Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate the support that you've shown to my channel. This is actually my first milestone for YouTube, so I did not think that I would reach this milestone so fast. So I really appreciate the love and support that you've shown to this channel. As you can see from the title of the video, I would be talking about my weekly expenses in Paris. I had already made another video about my monthly expenses in Paris, which I would link up here below and in the description box as well. But in that video, I was talking about my experience of a few years ago, and a lot has changed since then. My neighborhood back then was a lot cheaper, so even my rent was cheaper and the grocery stores around me. But a lot has changed since then, so I decided to make another video because it's a bit more recent for me. But just a quick note is that my current neighborhood is a bit more expensive than other neighborhoods in Paris, so that's why the cost in this video is going to be a bit more than my previous video. I will also be talking about my fixed costs, so including my rent, electricity, and other stuff at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. I think overall I'm quite frugal with my money. I don't really like to spend that much money even on food. The only time that I buy food from outside or eat outside is for socializing. So I would only do this if I'm going out with my friends. If I'm alone, then I don't really order food or get takeaways because I would rather just make food for my own. I think it's quite expensive if you eat out every single day. It can at least be 8 euros per meal on average in Paris. My weekly expenses do vary from week to week. This week I did spend just a bit more money than I usually do, but then I compensate for this in the future weeks. And another note is that I don't usually eat breakfast, so I haven't included that in my daily expenses. So we would go from Monday to Sunday and I would be explaining how much I would spend in a day. This is just my typical week, so that's why I decided to make this video, and hopefully this could be helpful for you. Okay, so Monday I spent €5.41 on my school lunch. Something to note is that I'm vegetarian and they only have one salad at school for vegetarians. The rest of the options are meat or fish, which I don't eat. But those options are a bit cheaper, I would say. It usually costs around €3.50. So I would say that the cost can depend on your food preference. I usually don't really get time to cook at home because I get home quite late and then I either have assignments to do or I'm just really tired to cook for the next day. So that's why I prefer to just eat in school because it saves me a lot of time. Okay, then I bought something from the vending machine for €1.20. I recorded this expense, but I actually forgot to record what I bought. I believe it's some kind of cookie that I bought. Okay, then dinner I ate at home, so that's €0. Okay, now Tuesday, again, I ate lunch at school, so it's €5.41. Then the cookies at school looked nice, so I bought a cookie for €2.11. I was in school for pretty late, so I decided to have dinner with my friends, and we went to this Indian restaurant, and my total was €16. €16 for one meal with no dessert or no drinks. This is an average price for an Indian restaurant because you pay for the roti or naan with your main dish, so it can add up to this much. But usually when I eat in restaurants, I can never actually complete the whole meal, so I usually just get it packed and I eat the rest the next day. Wednesday I ate lunch at school again, so it's €5.41. Then I had a half day, so I decided to go to the gym afterwards. Then on the way back, I got a bit hungry, so I went to the bakery which is next to my place and I bought a matcha cookie which looked really good, and I bought it for €3.50. Dinner I ate at home. Now Thursday, lunch at school again, it cost me €5.41, and dinner I ate at home again. Friday, I ate lunch at school again, €5.41. I had a half day again, so I went back home, but then I had to go to the grocery store. I usually do groceries only once a week, but only if I forget to buy something, I then have to go during the week just to get a few things. So I had forgotten to buy bananas, rice crackers, and creme fraiche. So I went to Auchan and got these things, and my total was €5.74. Dinner I ate at home on Friday, so it's €0. Now on Saturday I had to buy a yoga mat because I recently joined yoga classes. So I went to a store next to my place and I bought a yoga mat for €10. Then I had to do laundry, so €4.50 for the machine and then €1.20 for the dryer. but I do the dryer twice because one dryer is only 8 minutes long and my clothes never dry only with one cycle. So I usually do it twice, so it's 16 minutes and my clothes are then dry. For dinner, I met one of my friends and we went to Dosama. There I had dosa, which cost me 6 euros, which was actually really not bad for the price. Then we went out to get ice cream and this cost me 3 euro 10. Saturday night, one of my friends had come over for a sleepover. So on Sunday, I decided to get some croissant and some pao chocolat for her for breakfast, and this cost me 1 euro 35 for the croissant and 1 euro 45 for the pao chocolat. Okay, now on to the fixed costs. So firstly, rent. Rent is 900 euros a month, which is 225 euros per week. Then my electricity is 100 euros per month, which is 25 euros a week. My Wi-Fi costs me 26.99 per month. So this is 6 euros 74 per week. Then my phone bill costs me 9 euros 99 per month, which is 2 euro 49 a week. My gym costs me 25 euros a month, which is 625 euros a week. My Navigo, which is my monthly travel pass, costs me 40 euros 55 a month, which is 10 euros 13 a week. 40 euros is actually the price for students. If you're working, it's going to cost you more than 70 euros or 75 euros. I try to limit my grocery store on 40 euros a week. Since I mentioned in the start, my neighborhood is a bit more expensive. That's why the grocery stores around me are just Franprix and Monoprix, which are both quite expensive. Now, I don't really buy coffee from outside. Coffee can cost you around 3 to 4 euros at least on minimum, and I believe it's quite expensive. I just make coffee at home. I buy the coffee powder, which costs me 9 euros a month. This is 225 euros a week. So I almost never buy coffee from outside. If I do go to a cafe, I would rather drink something that I cannot make at home myself, because then I wouldn't mind spending money on it just because I know I can't make it myself. But if I know I can make coffee myself, I would rather just drink it at home than in a cafe. Okay, so the total for my weekly expenses is this. I do believe that I can reduce my weekly expenses if I cook food at home and I don't eat the salads that I get in school. But I just know that if I do this, I would be a lot more tired and I would then be sacrificing on my sleep. So at least for the weeks when I know I'm the busiest, I usually buy food from school. But on the weeks when I have lesser classes, I then get food from home. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help you. You can either comment them down below or you can contact me on my Instagram, which is also linked in the description box below, and I will be happy to help you there. I will see you in the next one. Bye.